Welcome to BookBuzz Reviews and Summaries. Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow morning with absolute clarity, unshakable confidence, and a step-by-step roadmap to achieve your wildest dreams. What if I told you that everything you need to create an extraordinary life is already within you, buried beneath doubt, distractions, and old habits? Brian Tracy's Maximum Achievement isn't just another self-help book. It's a blueprint to uncover the hidden powers you've always had but maybe didn't know how to unlock. In this powerful guide, Tracy distills decades of wisdom into actionable strategies that transform ordinary effort into extraordinary success. Whether you're stuck in a rut, reaching for the next level, or simply curious about how to maximize your potential, this book offers a masterclass in goal setting, self-discipline, and personal fulfillment. So, if you've ever wondered what separates the high achievers from the rest of the crowd, or if you're ready to close the gap between where you are and where you want to be, stick with me. Together, we'll explore the transformative principles that have helped millions rewrite their story. Are you ready to unlock the power to succeed? Let's dive into maximum achievement and discover the extraordinary version of you that's waiting to emerge. Part 1. The Foundations of Personal Power. Chapter 1. Unleashing Your Potential. The book begins with a compelling question. What would you attempt if you knew you couldn't fail? Tracy opens with the idea that everyone possesses untapped potential, a reservoir of abilities and strengths waiting to be unlocked. He shares the story of a struggling man named Jack, who once believed success was out of reach. Jack's life changed when he discovered the principle of unlimited potential, that success begins in the mind. Tracy explains that success is not reserved for a select few, but is achievable for anyone who is willing to take responsibility for their life. He emphasizes the importance of clarity, likening it to a beacon that guides you through the fog of uncertainty. People who succeed aren't necessarily the most talented. They are the ones who know what they want and take deliberate steps to get there. The chapter introduces the cornerstone idea of personal power. You are the architect of your destiny. Tracy shares practical advice on setting goals, visualizing success, and cultivating a mindset of abundance. He reminds us that, like Jack, anyone can break free from limitations by changing how they think and what they believe about themselves. Chapter 2. The Mastery of Self-Concept. In this chapter, Tracy delves deeper into the psychology of success by introducing the concept of the self-concept. This is your mental blueprint, the collection of beliefs you hold about yourself, including your capabilities, worth, and potential. Tracy compares the self-concept to a thermostat. It regulates how much success, happiness, or wealth you allow yourself to achieve. He shares the story of Sarah, a talented artist who constantly sabotaged her opportunities because she didn't believe she deserved success. Sarah's turning point came when she began to change her self-concept by affirming her worth and visualizing herself as a successful artist. Within months, her confidence grew, and she began to achieve milestones she once thought impossible. Tracy explains that the self-concept has 3 components. 1. Self-ideal, the vision of who you want to become. 2. Self-image, how you see yourself in the present. 3. Self-esteem, how much you like and respect yourself. To achieve maximum success, these components must align. Tracy provides actionable strategies for upgrading your self-concept, such as using positive affirmations, visualizing your ideal self, and surrounding yourself with people who uplift you. Chapter 3. Taking responsibility for your life. One of the most transformative principles in the book is introduced here, the law of control. Tracy asserts that the level of happiness and success you experience is directly proportional to the amount of control you feel over your life. In other words, the more you take responsibility for your circumstances, the more empowered you become to change them. Tracy recounts the story of Paul, a corporate executive who spent years blaming external factors for his lack of progress. It wasn't until Paul adopted the mantra, "If it's to be, it's up to me," that his career and personal life began to flourish. By taking ownership of his choices and actions, Paul reclaimed control and transformed his reality. This chapter is a wake-up call for anyone feeling stuck or victimized by their circumstances. Tracy challenges readers to adopt the responsibility mindset, to stop blaming others or external events and start asking, "What can I do to change this?" He shares practical exercises to help readers identify areas where they've relinquished control and take steps to regain it. Chapter 4: The Power of Purpose. In this chapter, Tracy introduces the idea that a sense of purpose is the ultimate motivator. He argues that people with a clear purpose are not only more successful but also happier and more resilient in the face of challenges. Purpose gives life meaning, focus, and direction. Tracy tells the story of Maria, a single mother who felt lost after a series of personal setbacks. Her breakthrough came when she wrote down her life goals and identified her ultimate purpose: to create a better future for her children. This clarity gave her the strength to pursue education, build a career, and transform her family's life. Tracy encourages readers to define their purpose by asking powerful questions. What are my values? What am I passionate about? What legacy do I want to leave behind? He provides a step-by-step process for writing a personal mission statement and aligning daily actions with long-term goals. The message is clear: when you live with purpose, every moment becomes meaningful. Chapter 5: Reprogramming Your Subconscious Mind. The final chapter of Part 1 is all about harnessing the power of the subconscious mind. Tracy likens the subconscious to a powerful computer that runs your mental programming. If your software is filled with limiting beliefs, doubts, and fears, it will hold you back. But if you reprogram it with empowering beliefs, it can propel you toward success. He shares the inspiring story of David, a young man who struggled with public speaking due to deep-seated fears and insecurities. Through visualization, affirmations, and mental rehearsal, David gradually rewired his subconscious mind and became a confident speaker. Tracy explains that the subconscious mind doesn't differentiate between reality and imagination. This means you can trick your brain into believing you're already successful by vividly imagining your desired outcomes. Over time, your subconscious will work to make these imagined realities come true. Key techniques discussed include visualization, creating a mental movie of your ideal life; affirmations, repeating positive statements that align with your goals; mental rehearsal, practicing success in your mind before it happens. Tracy ends a chapter with a powerful reminder: your mind is your greatest asset. Guard it, nurture it, and use it to create the life you want.
Part 1 Takeaway.
Part 1 of Maximum Achievement serves as the foundation for the rest of the book. It's a masterclass in mindset transformation, packed with relatable stories, actionable strategies, and inspiring insights. Tracy's message is both empowering and uplifting. No matter where you're starting from, you have the power to achieve greatness by changing how you think and act. Part 2: Mastering the Skills of Success. Chapter 6: The Art of Goal Setting. Brian Tracy begins this chapter by asserting that goal setting is the master skill of success. He tells the story of a group of students at a prestigious university where only a small fraction had written goals. Decades later, that small group achieved extraordinary success compared to their peers. The takeaway? Writing down your goals turns dreams into actionable plans. Tracy explains that goals act like a compass, keeping you focused and motivated. Without clear goals, people drift through life, reacting to circumstances rather than shaping them. He provides a simple, yet powerful, framework for goal setting called the 7-step method. 1. Decide exactly what you want. 2. Write it down. 3. Set a deadline. 4. Make a list of everything you need to do. 5. Organize the list into a plan. 6. Take action immediately. 7. Do something every day that moves you closer to your goal. Tracy emphasizes the importance of specificity and visualization. For instance, instead of saying, I want to make more money, say, I will earn $100,000 by the end of the year. Visualize yourself achieving the goal and feel the emotions tied to success. These techniques, he argues, program your subconscious mind to work toward your objectives. Chapter 7: Priorities and the Power of Focus. Tracy introduces the concept of the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. He shares the story of a business executive named Susan, who was overwhelmed with tasks but rarely made progress on what mattered most. By identifying the 20% of tasks that contributed to 80% of her results, Susan transformed her productivity and doubled her income. The key message in this chapter is, focus on what matters most. Tracy emphasizes that successful people don't try to do everything. They prioritize the few tasks that create the greatest impact. He suggests asking yourself daily, what's the most valuable use of my time right now? This question acts as a filter, guiding you toward high-value activities. He also discusses the concept of single-tasking, giving your full attention to one task at a time. Multitasking, Tracy warns, dilutes focus and leads to mediocre results. Instead, immerse yourself in your most important task until it's completed. Chapter 8: The Law of Belief. This chapter introduces one of the most empowering principles in the book. What you believe with conviction becomes your reality. Tracy shares the story of a young man named Carlos, who grew up in a challenging environment and believed he was destined for failure. It wasn't until a mentor helped Carlos change his beliefs that his life turned around. Tracy explains that beliefs act as self-fulfilling prophecies. If you believe you're capable of achieving great things, you'll act accordingly and attract opportunities. Conversely, if you believe you're destined to fail, you'll unconsciously sabotage yourself. The chapter includes practical exercises for reshaping beliefs, such as identifying limiting beliefs that hold you back, replacing them with empowering beliefs, reinforcing new beliefs through repetition and action. Tracy reminds readers that every belief is learned, and therefore, any belief can be unlearned. By consciously choosing beliefs that support your goals, you can rewrite your life's narrative. Chapter 9: Confidence and Courage. In this chapter, Tracy tackles the topic of confidence, a quality he describes as the foundation of all achievement. He tells the story of Lisa, a shy entrepreneur who hesitated to pitch her ideas due to fear of rejection. Through consistent practice and small wins, Lisa built her confidence and eventually secured funding for her business. Tracy emphasizes that confidence is not an innate trait, it's a skill that can be developed. He shares a 3-step process for building confidence. 1. Preparation. The more prepared you are, the more confident you'll feel. 2. Practice. Confidence grows with repetition and experience. 3. Positive reinforcement. Celebrate small victories to build momentum. The chapter also explores the importance of courage, the willingness to act despite fear. Tracy reassures readers that fear is natural but reminds them that action is the antidote to fear. He shares actionable advice for overcoming fear, such as taking small, manageable steps and visualizing success. Chapter 10: The Power of Persistence. Tracy describes persistence as the iron quality of success. He tells the story of Thomas Edison, who famously conducted thousands of experiments before inventing the light bulb. Edison's unwavering persistence, Tracy explains, is what separated him from others who gave up after initial failures. The chapter introduces the concept of the law of probabilities. The more you try, the higher your chances of success. Tracy encourages readers to adopt a never-give-up mindset and share strategies for staying persistent. Break large goals into smaller milestones. Focus on progress rather than perfection. Surround yourself with supportive, positive influences. Tracy also emphasizes the importance of resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks. He reminds readers that failure is not the opposite of success, but a stepping stone toward it. Chapter 11: The Role of Relationships. In this chapter, Tracy highlights the critical role relationships play in personal and professional success. He shares the story of a salesman named Peter who turned his struggling business around by focusing on building genuine connections with clients. Tracy argues that success is rarely a solo journey. Building strong, positive relationships can open doors to opportunities, provide support during tough times, and enrich your life. He offers practical advice for nurturing relationships: give before you take, offer value without expecting immediate returns, listen actively, show genuine interest in others, express gratitude. A simple thank you can strengthen bonds. The chapter also emphasizes the importance of choosing your inner circle wisely. Tracy warns against spending time with negative or toxic individuals and encourages readers to seek out mentors, peers, and friends who inspire and uplift them.
Part 2 takeaway.
Part 2 of Maximum Achievement is a practical guide to developing the habits and skills that lead to success. Tracy's stories of real-life individuals illustrate his principles in action, making the concepts relatable and inspiring. The central theme is clear: success is not a matter of luck or talent. It's the result of deliberate effort, focus, and persistence. Part 3. The Path to Personal Mastery and Fulfillment. Chapter 12. Mastering Emotions for Success. Brian Tracy opens this chapter with a profound insight: your emotions determine your quality of life. He recounts the story of Sarah, a corporate manager who appeared successful on the outside but felt chronically stressed and unhappy. Her turning point came when she learned to master her emotions, transforming her outlook and relationships. Tracy explains that emotions act as the steering wheel of human behavior. Positive emotions like joy, gratitude, and enthusiasm drive success, while negative emotions like fear, anger, and resentment can derail progress. The key, he says, is to take charge of your emotions rather than letting them control you. He introduces a powerful method for emotional mastery. 1. Awareness. Identify the emotions you're experiencing. 2. Responsibility. Acknowledge that you control how you respond to situations. 3. Reframing. Choose empowering interpretations of events. For example, instead of seeing failure as a setback, view it as a valuable lesson. Tracy shares practical techniques like affirmations, deep breathing, and visualization to help readers cultivate positive emotions. Chapter 13. The Balance of Life. This chapter focuses on achieving balance across key areas of life: career, relationships, health, and personal growth. Tracy begins with the story of Mark, a high-powered executive who sacrificed his health and family life for his career. When Mark suffered a health crisis, he realized the importance of balance and made significant changes. Tracy emphasizes that true success is holistic. It's not just about wealth or career achievements. He introduces the Wheel of Life concept, where each spoke represents a different area of life. If any spoke is weak or broken, the wheel won't turn smoothly. To achieve balance, Tracy advises setting goals for each area of life and regularly reviewing progress. He also emphasizes the importance of self-care, urging readers to prioritize their physical and mental well-being. This includes maintaining a healthy diet, exercising regularly, and taking time to recharge. Chapter 14. Living with Integrity. Tracy describes integrity as the cornerstone of lasting success. He shares the story of a young entrepreneur named David, who struggled to gain trust in his industry until he committed to operating with absolute honesty and transparency. This shift not only improved David's reputation but also his personal satisfaction. Integrity, Tracy explains, is about aligning your actions with your values. When you live with integrity, you build trust with others and gain a sense of inner peace. Tracy encourages readers to define their core values and use them as a compass for decision-making. He also discusses the concept of self-integrity, keeping promises to yourself. Whether it's committing to a fitness routine or pursuing a long-term goal, honoring your commitments builds self-respect and confidence. Chapter 15. The habit of happiness. In this uplifting chapter, Tracy asserts that happiness is a habit, not a destination. He recounts the story of Helen, a retiree who felt unfulfilled despite financial security. Helen discovered happiness by shifting her focus from what she lacked to what she was grateful for. Tracy introduces the happiness formula, which includes gratitude. Regularly reflect on the things you're thankful for. Purpose. Engage in activities that align with your values and passions. Contribution. Find ways to help others and make a difference. He emphasizes that happiness comes from within and is independent of external circumstances. By choosing to focus on the positive aspects of life, anyone can cultivate lasting happiness. Chapter 16. Unlocking Creative Potential. This chapter delves into the power of creativity as a tool for problem-solving and innovation. Tracy shares the story of an artist named Mia, who struggled with self-doubt until she began experimenting with new techniques and ideas. Her willingness to take creative risks led to breakthroughs in her work. Tracy argues that creativity is not limited to artists or inventors. It's a skill that anyone can develop. He encourages readers to approach challenges with curiosity and an open mind. Practical strategies for unlocking creativity include brainstorming. Generate as many ideas as possible without judgment. Mind mapping. Use visual tools to explore connections between ideas. Taking risks. Be willing to experiment and learn from failures. Creativity, Tracy says, is the key to adapting to change and finding innovative solutions in a rapidly evolving world. Chapter 17. The Legacy of a Life Well Lived. In this reflective chapter, Tracy encourages readers to think about the legacy they want to leave behind. He tells the story of a teacher named Maria, whose greatest joy came from inspiring her students to achieve their dreams. Maria's impact, Tracy explains, extended far beyond her classroom. Tracy asks readers to consider questions like, what do you want to be remembered for? How can you make a lasting difference in the lives of others? What steps can you take today to align your actions with your desired legacy? He emphasizes that a meaningful life is one that contributes to the well-being of others. Whether it's through small acts of kindness or large-scale initiatives, everyone has the power to create a positive impact.
Part 3 Takeaway.
Part 3 of Maximum Achievement is a call to action for living a purposeful, balanced, and fulfilling life. Through inspiring stories and practical advice, Brian Tracy empowers readers to take control of their emotions, prioritize what truly matters, and leave a lasting legacy. The overarching message is clear. Success is not just about achieving goals. It's about becoming the best version of yourself and using your talents to uplift others. Thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to get new video updates. Happy learning!